finally we figured out this whole life thing. Finally. Anyways, yeah, guys, so I'm just going to be answering some questions, and also, if I don't like the outcome of this live, I probably won't post it. I'll make it public. So those who are watching, lucky for you. But if I like it, I'll make it public. Anyways, I'm just getting ready to take some picture of the gram, and I figured I might as well just answer some of your questions. I put a poll on my Instagram. I asked you guys to ask me questions about my whole Shadow of Greed acting experience, how it was for me, and you guys asked me some questions, and I'm gonna answer. They're not much. They're not up to 20, so don't get too excited. Anyways, I'm just going to first of all start with cleaning my face with some micellar water. Oh, okay, there we go. Splash. Um, I love doing this because it detoxifies your face. Agree or not agree, whether you agree or you don't agree, the fact is that it does detoxify your face. I'm also going to be try to be loud so you guys can hear me when I talk, because I'm not using a mic. So whatever noises you hear, sorry. Yeah. So I'm gonna try for you guys to hear me as soon as possible. Okay. That is by the way. Okay, so the first question is, how did you land the role? I'm looking at, because the questions are on my laptop. So how did you land the role? Very good question. Should I spray my face first before doing this? I don't know. Sorry, guys. Going to use foundation first. Okay. How did I land the role? Okay, so let's get into that. How did I land the role? So a friend of mine works with like some production distribution, film distribution production company, and he let me know that there's a movie coming up and there are some supporting roles that need filling up and all. Like, would I be interested? And when he said this to me, I was thinking maybe it was like for like a short movie or like a YouTube short film and all. I wasn't thinking it was going to be like this big, like it was going to be like a full-on cinema movie. So I was like, okay, sure. And he told me to send him my monologue, and I sent him my self-tape monologue. I sent it to him, and he said he would get me feedback. He's going to send it to the casting director, and he's going to give me feedback. Okay. So obviously things like this, I'm never like, oh my god, I can't wait for feedback, because most times you're probably not gonna get it. So I mean, if in this industry, if you don't take rejection well, then you probably can't do this work, these so-called acting jobs. You can't do it, because honestly, rejection is the first thing you should just prepare your mind for, that there will always be some sort of rejection. And I was just like, you know what, if I get it, good. If I don't get it, it's fine. God knows best. So after a week or two, he didn't call me. I already figured, well, probably didn't get it. Then towards the ending of the month, he texts me and he goes, yeah, so I sent the casting director your self-tape, and yeah, he likes it and he wants you to do another self-tape, but this time as like a village woman. And I was like, okay, I got you. And I did the self-tape and I sent it in. Sent it in to him. I sent it to my friend and he sent it to the casting director, and then he was like, okay, he'll give me feedback from whatever the casting director says. Anyways, so I was like, okay, thank you, cool, bye. And weeks later, he texted me again and he was like, yeah, you got the part. And I was like, Wait, hold on, hold on. What are you talking about? Who got the part? I don't know what that is. Anyways, who are you talking about? Who got the part? What are you talking about, fam? I was like, what? Okay. I could not believe what he like. I did not believe what he was telling me. I thought like he was pulling my legs and everything, but he wasn't pulling my legs. I actually got the part. So the producer reached out to me, and I was like, oh my god, this isn't real. But and he basically sent me the script, and I'm so sorry. I said the producer reaches out to me. She sent me, or he sent me the script. I mean, I'm confusing um him to the assistant. He sent me the script, and he goes, congratulations. And I was just like, oh my god, this is actually happening. Like, wait, what? I'm going to be in a movie. At that point, I didn't even know it was going to be like a full-on cinema movie. I was still thinking it's some like YouTube short film, not even like a full-on YouTube movie. I was thinking like a short film, because he didn't tell me. He just said, oh, like for a film. And in my mind, when he said film, I was thinking short film, because when I hear film, I'm thinking short film. I'm not thinking movie. Until you say movie, I'm like, okay, movie, okay. Talk more of cinema movie. And I was just like, oh my god. So up until he lets me in on the date for when I'm meant to shoot, and mind you, I was in the village. I was in the village enjoying Christmas, getting ready to come into the new year. And he lets me know, okay, this is the time you're going to be shooting, set dates for shooting, the days that you will need to come in and shoot on this. And I was like, okay, thank you for this info. And I was like, okay, it's tactical. So when I get on set, I asked I think it was a costumier. I was like, oh, so like, how long is this whole project going to take at all? It's going to like a week, right? She was like, a week? It's a whole month plus. And I was like, for a short film? And she's like, this is not for a short film. This is a cinema movie. This, like, people are gonna be here soon, because I came really early and all. And I was like, wait, what is, because this is the thing, yeah, when you're going in as like a newcomer, you're just coming into the industry, like, you're not confident enough to be like, oh, so who am I acting with? Who's going to be on set with me? I hardly ever ask that question. I never ask. I just go on set and take what I see there, I never ask, who am I shooting with? Not that you can't ask, but I just don't ask, because I don't want to come off like bratty or something. Anyways, so I go, yeah. I was like, wait, so who are the people that are going to be on set and all? And she goes, oh, well, today you are going to shoot with Gabriel Afolayan. You guys, we're gonna end the question of how did you land the role there, in that part. Just end it there and go to the next question. Were you nervous on set? Not really. I wouldn't say I was like nervous. I wasn't nervous. I was just excited and grateful to be there. Honestly, I was so grateful. I was like, oh my god, like, I'm actually here. I couldn't believe that I was actually there. Like, that morning, I was just like, wait, this is not real. I didn't realize how real it was. I was just like, wait, this is crazy. This is actually crazy. These people are playing with me, fam. This is crazy. Anyways, I just try to maintain my composure, just try to be calm and all. So yeah, I wasn't necessarily nervous, I was just grateful to be there. Yeah. Did you improvise any lines or moments in acting films on set? Okay, so I'm guessing this question is like in general, not particular to this movie. But if it's particular to this movie, I don't think necessarily you can improvise, but you have lines though. But like this is the thing about acting. Sometimes you will need to improvise to make it look more realistic. I feel like it's always very important to remember that the script is just a draft on what you're meant to say, but you can always say more things to make what you're meant to say look realistic. So yes, there's always room to improvise. And yes, I there have been in general in my acting experience, there have been so many times where I always improvise. I feel like most times I improvise, I just don't go in and say exactly what's in the script because sometimes it could come off mechanical. So yeah, there's always room to improvise, so feel free. And every good director will tell you to feel run your lines and be comfortable with your lines according to what you want to say and how you want to say it, but still within the outline of the script and what your character is saying, basically. And obviously there's some keywords the director may want you to say in the lines. So yeah, that could also be part of the factor. Then Nisa, how did you feel when you got the call for the role? I think I already said that. I felt ecstatic. I just couldn't believe it. Like it happened so fast. It was like boom, like it happened so fast. I couldn't believe. Loki, I think maybe the person that they actually wanted to act that role kind of maybe like was like, I'm not interested and no more. And like, let's find a replacement because of how fast it happened. I don't know. It just happened so fast. I mean, the waiting process maybe it happened so fast because I wasn't expecting to get it. Do you get like I'm so used to being rejected when I audition and post like sending self tape, go for audition, and you never even the worst at the physical auditions, you never get a call back, and they'll be like, "Oh, we'll call you back. We'll definitely reach out to you." They don't have your number. They do not have your number. How are they going to reach out to you? It's so funny. I don't know. I'm like, anyways, and then for self tapes, oh my god, I was sending self tapes, different self tape monologue to different production companies, and his crickets. Like, let me tell you something. Acting industry, coming into the acting industry will humble you. It will humble you. Doesn't matter how who you know, except maybe you know like big impressive people inside. Yeah, if you know if you don't know nobody, my dear, it will humble you. The next question is, how did you feel when you saw Gabriel Afolayan? Oh my god. So many people have asked me this question. This question was asked like more than 5 times. So okay, let me just answer it. It was surreal because first things first, at first coming on set, I did not know I was acting with him. I literally told you guys that it was the customer who said, you have a scene with Gabriel today, because in my head I was thinking it's like a short film and everything. I was like, wait, what? So I'm on my own. I'm reading through my lines, making sure I have my lines in my head, and making sure I have all like what I want to say in my head. Because this is the thing, never practice how you want to say the lines, because anything can change. Basically, you're acting in real life, so just to be realistic, never practice how you're going to say the lines. Just have the lines in your head and say it how you need to say it once the camera starts rolling. So I was just like practicing how I needed to say my lines and everything. And oh my god, I'm laughing because I read it, someone sent a message and oh god, I was practicing how to say my lines and everything, and then they go like, "Oh, Gabriel is ready and it's time to shoot and all." And I come out, he's there. I'm just like, but I maintain my steez and composure, like I was like this. I was just looking around, and he was like, "Hi, I'm Gabriel," and I go, "I'm." in my mind, I'm like, no way, it's a lie. In my head, I'm just like, wait, what? This is not. This is this is unreal. I am here, standing next to the Gabriel Afolayan. Please, somebody pinch me, because this has to be God. This has to be a calling at this point. So, anyways, yeah, he was very nice, very chilled, very respectful. He literally talked us through, just told us, like, just keep doing what you're doing. You're going to get there. It's a matter of time. You've got this for you to have made it this far. Just keep putting yourself out there. Keep showing up. That's what matters. That's the most important thing. And I was like, God bless your soul. Anyways, he's a very nice man. He's a very nice, respectful, amazing man. Everybody calls him Uncle Gabe. Then the other older guys call him Super Gabe. Yeah, he's cool. He's really cool. He's very respectful, very friendly. He gisted with everybody on set. He was so welcoming, so humble, so nice to everyone. And I don't think I ever heard him raise his voice one time, except when he was acting like he was raising his voice. But like, I don't think he ever got into like any altercation with anyone on set, basically. Period. The next question is, okay, how did you feel when you saw Tokema Kinwa? Honestly, the only thing I realized is that she's a lot smaller, not shorter. No, but don't put me into trouble now. I didn't say shorter. Smaller in person than on her pictures and videos. She's a lot smaller. She's like petite, but she's not like petite like tiny. No, she's just slimmer than I expected her to be. I was like, wait. Oh my god, but she is very pretty. She's very pretty, and she's soft spoken. She talks very calmly. She talks like as if you are patting a blanket, like, oh hi guys. So, oh, good morning guys. That's how she talks. She's very calm. She's not like loudish. She was very calm, very nice. And of course, let me tell you guys, I went up to her. I summoned the courage and I went up to her and I was like, okay, I made a video of you on my TikTok series, Celebrities Who Understood the Assignment, period. And I was like, this is the video. And she watched it and she's like, oh my god, it's so sweet of you. And when I said like, Toke has been that girl back in the day, even from Rhythm FM, and she was like, oh yes, period. And I was like, girl, you get the vibe, because if you know that Toke has always been that girl. Like, it's not today. I literally grew up on Toke Makinwa. Like, I would look when I'm going to school on the school bus, I would look forward to listening to Rhythm FM just to hear Toke Makinwa talk, because I was in love with her voice. I was in love with how she spoke. She was just so eloquent and well spoken. I don't know. It was just amazing. It was amazing. It was, yeah, she was amazing to be around, basically. She has a beautiful aura. Moral of the story. Was there a scene that emotionally challenged you? Oh, okay. So I had like I think 4 scenes, and one of the scenes on the second day of shooting, the director basically he calls me. He said, can I have a word with you? And mind the director AK Mason, he is so amazing. Very like he's beautiful at his job. He's a professional. He knows exactly what he's doing. He basically called me and he was like, yeah, can I have a word with you? I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, sure. And then he goes, so yeah, that this scene we're about to shoot is like a very emotional scene. And I was like, yeah, I read the script, looks like really good. And it's like, so I need you to make the people feel sorry for you, and also the people need to cry when they see that scene. They need to feel sorry for you. They need to feel your pain. They need to understand. They need to like feel what you're feeling through you. Basically, that was what he told me, and I was like, okay, I got. And he said, can you do that for me? And I was like, yeah, I can, sure. I mean, if I couldn't do that for you, why would I be here? Duh. Anyways, he was like, okay, cool. I'm expecting the best from you. Anyways, so we start shooting, and oh my god, I'm just like, first of all, I'm not an actor that cries on demand. Okay, please, I'm not a magician. If you have some magicians in the house, they can pull up, but I'm not among them. Okay, I can cry if you ask me to cry. I can make myself cry, but I don't cry on demand. Like, cry and I start crying. No, I don't do that. I'm not crazy. I'm not the Joker. So I just basically start thinking of things that would make me so sad. Oh shit. Sorry, I kicked the table. And emotionally drained. And I was just my actors, so you take it. Anytime you want to be sad, just think of that feeling once you're done shooting. That feeling once you're done shooting and you're on your way back home. That feeling of unsatisfaction because you start wondering whether you did a good job, and when is your next gig, if you're even ever going to have another gig in the next 5 months, 1 month. That feeling, that annoying, crippling feeling, think about it. That feeling gonna mess you up. You're gonna cry when you start thinking about it. And that was basically what I used to project my emotions. And yeah, so when they said action, I literally went. And guess what? Throughout the whole day, I was getting so many compliments. And like, oh my god, you're so good. I literally felt, one of the actors literally came up to me and he said, you're an amazing actor. And I was like, ah, thank you. And some of the crew members were like, you did so well. You did so well. I didn't ask them. They told me. Anyways, yeah. So that scene was very emotionally challenging, and there are many more scenes that would be very emotionally challenging. So you gotta prep yourself. Basically. The next one is this your first time in a cinema movie? Absolutely yes. Duh. Actually, not really. No. Actually, this is not my first time in a cinema movie, but in my, like, as a main supporting character, yes. I have been in a cinema movie before. It's on Prime, Family Basic. But I was just as an extra. I just had one line, basically. If that counts for being in a cinema movie. Yeah. Then the next one is, who's one Nollywood actor you would love to work with? Who is one Nollywood actor I would love to work with? I'm thinking deep about this. Honestly, I was trying to be considerate to think deep about it, but the truth is, I can't say one, but I'll say it. Fine, I'll say one. But Ceci, be quiet. I'll say Genevieve Inaji. And of course, the one and only Rita Dominic. Yes. And then, lastly, Sharon Oja. These three women, I would love to be on set with. Love. I just pray God makes it come true that I have the privilege to be on set with the one and only Rita Dominic, the one and only Genevieve Naji, the one and only Sharon Oja. These three women, just these three like this. I'll be so happy, because I just love how good they are at what they do and how amazing they are. So definitely we'll be praying for that. Definitely I'll be so excited to be on set, not as an extra, as like an actual actor with them. Oh my god, that would be amazing. Next is the last one. Did you cry watching yourself? Oh my god. No, I did not cry, but I was definitely emotional. Like, oh my god, like actually being able to make it this far in my career. I mean, I started taking my acting career serious immediately after NYSC. It was basically one of the reasons why I quit my 9 to 5 job to pursue my acting career, and I had to find, and that was one of the most, that was one of the scariest things I've ever had to do in my entire life, making that decision. And it's still a scary journey till today. Sometimes I ask myself, did I make a mistake? Did I not? I don't know. Am I making a mistake now? I don't know. But anyways, just that feeling of, just seeing yourself and people reacting to you, it was surreal. It meant a lot to me because it's been a long, like, doing this is scary. Like, people, you don't even know who are the people who are supporting you and what people are actually laughing at you. You never know. Human beings can be funny to your face. They will be like, yeah, girl, go girl, but they're probably talking shit about you. You don't know. Like Nigerian parents, when they're like, oh my god, is this something that's sustainable, and they start putting doubts in your head. So it was honestly such an amazing feeling to see myself and just how far I've come in such a short period of time, and I was of fully dedicating myself to my craft. And I was grateful. I was so grateful to God, because only God could have taken me far. Because there are people who are probably working harder than me that deserve it more, but here I am, and He blessed me with something like that. Okay, I have to do my refiner. Talk, then refiner. Okay, guys, so done with my makeup. I'm gonna spray a little bit of, I'm gonna put a little bit of blush on my face.